In today's news, libraries connects the world, says Education Minister. JANELLE HODGE appointed Leads Service Commissioner at the Secretariat. 2025 CARILEC LINEWORKERS RODEO. BVIEC aims for a three-peat victory in CARILEC RODEO. BVI needs to produce more food. The BVI is engaging with the Dominican Republic in trade. Governor PRUCE signs agreement to begin police vetting and Commissioner of Police recruitment. The Royal Virgin Islands Police Force recovers firearm and ammunition, arrests 2, and the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force is cautioning against complacency over crime trends. First quarter trends of 2025 revealed. Spectacular conditions are forecasted for the Antigua Sailing Week 2025. We have the details of this and much more, both on the local and regional scene.
At Higher BVI, we're not just about business. We're about empowering lives, and that is because we aspire to inspire. By choosing us, you're supporting a company that believes in equal opportunities, diversity, and community growth. Our mission goes beyond profit. It's about providing HR solutions, fostering talent, and leaving a positive impact. Join us in building a better future, a better BVI. Choose Higher BVI, where your support isn't just a transaction, it's a transformation. Together, we're changing lives in these beautiful Virgin Islands.
Well, am I covered?
Yeah, you're with CG. Remember when I was dabbling in knife throwing bingo? Well, one night I won, but I also got a bullseye. No. In a beehive. I ran for hours. They caught me in the end, though.
Anyway, I was covered, and I got to keep my trophy. Uh-oh.
Best medical cover for the price. CG Insurance. Good like that.
Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of 284 News. It is Friday, April 25th, 2025. I'm Ron Grant, bringing you the very latest out of Tortola in the Virgin Islands. Happy Friday's wish to all. Thank you so much for joining us. Education Minister, the Honorable Cherie B. de Castro, has underscored the importance of libraries to the community. In a message to mark Library Week Open, Minister de Castro stated that the theme, linking you to a world of information, your library, anytime, anywhere, is more than just a catchy slogan. The Education Minister believes it is a promise that wherever they are, a library is ever present, informing, empowering, and connecting them to the world.
Libraries are not just buildings filled with books. They are gateways. Gateways to imagination, discovery, and lifelong learning. They are where curiosity meets opportunity. And this week, the Public Library Service is stepping forward boldly to remind us of the treasure trove that awaits us, not only on our shelves, but in the palm of our hands through digital tools like Capstone, Overdrive, and the Libby app. This week is about encouraging you to explore the stories of the Virgin Islands, written by our own people, a celebration of culture, identity, and voice. Promoting literacy in every format, whether you love to read on a screen, flip the pages of a paperback, or listen to stories come alive in your ears. Making sure every resident, near or far, knows that library membership is for everyone, and that a new library card is your passport to endless possibilities. The activities planned will bring our community together through vibrant displays of local books, readings by local authors, digital presentations for students, and a special presentation for educators, because every great reader often begins with a great teacher. So I'm encouraging you, whether you're on Virgin Gorda, Anegada, in East End, or anywhere in between, visit your library. Engage, sign up, and most importantly, rediscover the joy of reading. Let us continue to nurture a culture where knowledge is valued, curiosity is celebrated, and access to information is a right, not a privilege.
Ms. JANELLE HODGE has been appointed Executive Secretary to the Service Commission's Secretariat, where she will lead the Secretariat's duties to support the Public Service's various service commissions. The Service Commission's Secretariat was established in this year and directly supports the Public Service Commission, Judicial and Legal Services Commission, Police Service Commission, and the Teaching Service Commission in the execution of their various functions. Permanent Secretary Mrs. Charlene Dabrio-Lettsam, MBE, said Mrs. Hodge's appointment as Executive Secretary to the Service Commission's Secretariat comes as the Commission is ushering in a new age. Ms. Dabrio-Lettsam said, and I quote, "Over the past few years, we have been working feverishly to modernize and streamline the work and support we provide for commissions. I am confident that Ms. Hodge's work will be impactful as we continue this vital work." Meanwhile, Ms. Hodge, who transitions to this role after serving as Assistant Secretary within the Attorney General's chambers, said that it is a privilege to serve in the new post. Ms. Hodge said, and I quote, "By facilitating the work of the independent commissions, the Secretariat plays a key role in ensuring that decisions affecting public officers are fair, transparent, and grounded in the principles of good governance. My focus," she said, "will be on strengthening administrative systems as well as processes, while enhancing service delivery to support a culture of trust and accountability within the public service." The new Executive Secretary has earned a Bachelor of Business Administration from the Florida Agriculture and Mechanical University, an Executive Diploma Level 7 from the Chartered Management Institute, a Level 2 certificate in Legal Studies from the Chartered Institute of Legal Executives, a court-connected mediation certification from the University of the West Indies, and a Bachelor of Laws from the Cardiff University. The Service Commission's Secretariat is constitutionally established by the office and is supported administratively by the Office of the Deputy Governor. Excitement is building across the British Virgin Islands as the 2025 CARILEC Lineworkers Rodeo Symposium and Field Safety Training approaches. This year's event promises to deliver a powerful blend of cultural, competition, and community pride as lineworkers from across the Caribbean prepare for a weekend of rigorous challenges, showcasing their skill and dedication. Melanie James, BVIEC's Occupational Health and Safety Manager, gave a sneak peek into the opening ceremony of the symposium, which will feature a rich cultural celebration that honors the heritage of the Virgin Islands.
At the opening ceremony, it will be a grand affair. It is the first time that the CARILEC Rodeo Symposium will be held here in the BVI. Now, it wouldn't be the first time that CARILEC will be visiting our shores, but this is the first time in almost 11 years since they have been to the BVI. That means that we have the ability to showcase the best of the British Virgin Islands, and that is actually the coined term and theme for the opening ceremony for this CARILEC Rodeo Symposium and Safety Training. So at that opening ceremony, we would actually be showcasing things such as pan groups who will be giving us a musical interlude. We will be having cultural dancers where we are in contact with the Ministry of Tourism, who will be actually putting on a display of the history of the BVI. So where we have persons who are registered and coming from across the Caribbean and Latin America as well, because we do have Surinamese and persons from Belize as well who are apparently registered to come, they would get to see how BVI has grown over the years. They get to see the rich culture of the British Virgin Islands. I think we are also going to have some other cultural aspects to it as well, but we would have some artifacts that will be present that persons can see. And we too at BVI Electricity would also be showcasing the transition and the growth of the British Virgin Islands Electricity Corporation. So you can look forward to a very great opening ceremony.
Dr. Neil Smith, General Manager of the BVIEC, expressed also his confidence in Team BVI as they aim to repeat a three-peat historic victory for the rodeo. Now, BVIEC has been a dominant force in a previous competition, and this year the team is poised to make history on home soil.
We only practice for about maybe a week or 2 weeks, and some of those guys are practicing for months. So, you know, I would just encourage them to do their best. Because we're not just going to roll over for them. As a matter of fact, we might put more blows on them than we did before. But, you know, it's competition. And, you know, I would just encourage them to do their best, because ultimately, they're competing at their best and we're competing at our best. Ultimately, it improves the service that we could deliver to the public. So that is what we're trying to do. And you know, like I say, just once you're a champion, everybody is after you, right? So we understand that and we accept that. So it's for them to become a champion. VVAC has taken an approach that is a comprehensive approach. So we use this as an opportunity to showcase the BVI, not just the rodeo itself. So we have the opening ceremony at HLSCC, and we're going to, give our visitors a view of what BVI is, right? A taste of the BVI, so to speak, where it might be, maybe various eats, I don't know. There may be some cultural events, that type of stuff. But we're using this as an opportunity in partnership with the tourist boat to sell the Virgin Islands, right? And to sell it in a way so that people can understand that if you come to the BVI, this is a unique experience. In addition to that, we also use it as an opportunity to showcase CARILEC and what it does in the region. And also, thirdly, we're taking it as an opportunity for the people of the BVI to get an opportunity to see the BVI electricity in a slightly different light. Profit has no honor in their own country. And perhaps what many people in the Virgin Islands don't understand is that we are comparable, and obviously the rodeo which has been showing over the last 2 years, that we operate at a very high level, in a level that is higher than most of other sister utilities whose populations is several magnitudes more than us.
The CARILEC Lineworkers Rodeo is a highly anticipated event, attracting top lineworkers from across the region to compete in various skill-based challenges that stimulate real-world scenarios. The symposium portion of the event will provide opportunities for professional development, learning, and networking, while the field safety training will ensure that the safety and well-being of all participants are prioritized. Up next, we have much more coming up.
Yo, everything good there?
Why? This thing got me one way that day.
What do you mean?
Ever since I hook up with this thing, I can't eat, I can't sleep. This is the first thing I touch it when I reach home.
What do you really? Hey, this ain't like you,
Dad, this thing got me staying home, keeping out of trouble me.
Wow. What your name is?
Shit. I talking about my CCT life.
Don't worry about missing your favorite series, sports, news, and local programming. Come to CCT today and sign up for CCT Live to access over 80 channels. CCT Live. Bring it home.
1 month free trial turn into 5. 5 months turn into, well, I watching ball. I've been watching football. Dad, Nickelodeon, Paw Patrol. I am hooked. Hook, I tell you.
Hello, and welcome to today's episode of Pop the Balloon or Find the Connection. Let's meet our first contender, ladies. Okay, Joey, so do you have any toxic traits?
I'm very restrictive. I don't give more time. What you get is what you get. I don't like to give unlimited time. That's it.
Okay, can you tell us why you popped your balloon?
That's a little too restricted for me.
Thank you for coming. Okay, ladies, so let's meet our second contender.
Sorry, excuse me. Why did you pop a balloon? I could give you minutes, data, unlimited call, overseas call, fiber. What else you need?
My friend used to date you. You are a scam. She used to be for everything and more. Nothing to offer.
Okay, ladies, let's welcome our last contender. You look nice. Can you tell us your name?
Thank you. My name is Christian Charles Thomas. They call me C Sweetie.
What do you have to offer these ladies?
Well, security, trust, unlimited time, and a pretty fast.
Okay, so do you have any deal breakers?
Nah, but here's my number. 444-4444. Y tú, vida ilimitada.
Okay, guys, so no pop balloons.
For a fast, reliable, and secure connection for your personal or business life, call us at 444-4444 or visit any of our CCT stores and we'll get you connected with the perfect match for you.
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you so much for sticking with us. Former Junior Minister for Agriculture, Dr. Carl Dawson, believes the territory needs to produce more food, but says it's a challenge getting additional funds committed to agriculture. Dr. Dawson's comments were made on government's program Virgin Islands Voices, where he was asked of the steps government intends to take to boost food security in light of the recent announced tariffs by the U.S., which will affect imports into the territory. He also spoke on the recent meeting called by government with key players in the retail and other industries in the BVI to discuss how they should move forward on this issue. Dr. Dawson says government has immediate plans to assist farmers and fishers with a stimulus to help them within the purchasing of animal feed, equipment, and much more various fields.
We needed to know, have a sense of what our response would be. And some of the things that came out of that meeting was, of course, that we needed to be addressing this on a number of different fronts. From the agriculture and fisheries point of view, we do need to produce more in the territory. And in terms of producing more in the territory, as the old people used to say, no bad wind, don't blow. Sometimes it's a challenge, and has been for some time, to get more funds committed, not just this government, previous governments, to agriculture and fisheries. And this may actually force us to do that because we're realizing how important this is. And on that agriculture and fishery, there are things that we're planning to do as far as medium-term investment in building the sector. But then there are things that we may now have to do immediately as forms of a stimulus. For instance, one of the big inputs for livestock farmers is feed. So we may now have to see, well, how can we support livestock farmers, whether chicken farmers, pigs, goats and sheep, as to increase their production by supporting them via feed. The fishers have other things that they may need, such as wire for the nets and other supporting for the patsari and other supporting things. So there are some things that we're going to have to do immediately as far as stimulating greater production, as well as our longer-term plans in building out the industry.
Additionally, Dr. Dawson made mention of the steps taken by government to foster intra-regional trade in various markets.
In addition to that, though, we also realize that another immediate thing we have to do is to say, well, do we have other sources for the things that we need here in the Virgin Islands? And one of the key areas that we've been looking at has been the Dominican Republic. And we've in fact begun engagement in conversations with officials from the Dominican Republic. And they have welcomed it, as the Premier has said. The person he spoke with had realized that there had not been official engagement with the territory previously. So this is significant for us, and they're anxious to work with us on bringing various products into the territory. We have a history as far as persons moving back and forth between the countries. We have logistics as far as shipping is concerned. We expect that will be very possible. There's activity now, but we see that as being enhanced. So it's going to be a matter for us to engage with them, because it means that we may be able to avoid Miami, where stuff coming through the United States will attract tariffs, even with the rolling back that Mr. Trump did, where he basically took off some of the high-level tariffs that he had on some countries. But still, I think it opened the eyes of the world that we need to see make different routes.
His Excellency Governor Daniel PRUCE has announced the start of two major developments within the territory's law enforcement framework: the formal initiation of a vetting process for all officers within the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force, and the reopening of the recruitment campaign for a new Commissioner of Police. In a statement late last week, Governor PRUCE said he has been in discussion with the Police Service Commission, encouraging its engagement within the Home Office vetting team to get the process underway. However, the governor noted that the POC is not yet in the position to do so. Governor PRUCE stated that he has made the necessary amendments to the regulations to get the process underway and engage the Home Office team, adding that these have now been gazetted and he has signed the agreement with the UK Home Office so that vetting can begin. Governor PRUCE explained that a police force that is not subject to proper vetting poses a risk to the security of the territory, and he has therefore made the necessary amendments to the regulations to get the process underway and engage the Home Office team. Meanwhile, Governor PRUCE stated that that the second volume of the HMIC FRS Law Enforcement Review has been published to more accurately define the person specification needed for this critical role of the Commissioner of Police. A new recruitment campaign is now live. The governor believes, he said, the need a police commissioner who can deliver transformational change in a complex organization at a time when the challenges faced are rapidly evolving. He is therefore confident that he and the POSC, Deputy Governor, and the Central HR team will be able to appoint a new commissioner who is well placed to meet this challenge successfully. PRUCE is hoping to have that person in position by September of this year. Up next, viewers, we have much more coming up. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break. Some claim that the age of a true gentleman is far behind us, but we disagree. He may appear in different guises today, but the values and ideals that make him a gent still stand. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman by yours truly, Ron Grant, presents Season 7. Introducing Travi Rose, Creative Director. Alex Lake, Businessman. Sean Black, Cinematographer. Dakari Wheatley Adams, Content Creator. Donandre Millwood, Educator and Musician. Hashim Dream, Entertainer. James Todman Sr., Contractor. Dr. Albert Tompkins, Psychotherapist. Walter Barrett, Author. Rakim Todman, Producer and Engineer. Kamal Lutzum, Photographer. Roosevelt Smith III, Sales Manager and Hospitality Professional. Leland Abraham, IT Technician and Cybersecurity Analyst. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, Season 7, every Wednesday at 8 p.m., exclusively on 284 Media. Get ready to reason, reflect, and redefine yourself through the stories of real-life heroes. The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, Season 7, Raising a Generation of Greatness. Voted Top 35 Gentleman Podcast worldwide by FeedSpot and BI Icon Award winner.
Father Jesus, that line here long like church service.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of the day. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes, Sonny.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must stop cut front of people.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man to take care of me.
How may I assist you?
Yes.
You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top up or
Welcome back, everyone, and thank you for sticking with us. The Royal Virgin Islands Police Force has announced that during the early morning hours of Thursday, April 24th, 2025, officers responded to a report of two masked men seen in the vicinity of a popular local bank. Officers immediately responded, and as a result, a firearm and several rounds of ammunition were recovered. Two masked individuals were also pursued and arrested in connection with the incident. Acting Commissioner of Police Jacqueline Vanterpool praised the officers for their quick action and vigilance, and also the public for their continued support in the fight against crime. She said, and I quote, "This operation is a clear example of our officers' courage, dedication, and tactical skill. Their quick actions may have prevented a more serious incident from occurring." She also said, "I also want to thank the public for their continued trust and cooperation. It is only by working together that we can keep our communities safe. Every bit of information helps, and we urge anyone with knowledge that may assist this investigation to come forward." The investigation remains active and ongoing. Further updates will be provided as the investigation develops. And on the matter of crime, while the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force has been celebrating recently their much wins reported for the first quarter of 2025, they are still urging the public not to lose sight of emerging concerns as some other crime categories show upward trends. Now, although viewers for the first quarter of 2025 There was a reduction in serious offenses such as sexual offenses by 42%, serious assaults by 17%, and other burglaries by 44%. The Royal Virgin Islands Police Force is drawing attention, they say, to concerning increases in other areas that have contributed to a net rise in overall crime. Now, most notably, robberies doubled, rising from 6 incidents in the Q1 of 2024 to 12 in Q1 of 2025, a 100% increase. Damaging of property cases rose by 75%, within 24 more cases in 2025 as opposed to the same period in 2024. Theft of motor vehicles increased by 47 and saw 8 more cases in 2025 compared to the same period last year. Minor assaults also increased by 25%, a concerning spike, which saw 18 more reported crimes in Q1 of 2025 compared to the very same period last year. Now, the increases in damaging property and minor assaults arose mostly out of domestic disputes incidents. Reducing these will require continuation from the police, social services, volunteer organizations, and of course, other groups and individuals within the community. Acting Commissioner of Police Jacqueline Vanterpool emphasized once again the importance of community partnerships in tackling these troubling trends, stating, and I quote, "We urge the community to remain vigilant and work with the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force to sustain these hard-won gains. Together, we must reverse the concerning trends in robberies, minor assaults, and other areas to ensure long-term safety and security across the territory. The issues underpinning our crime situation are complex," she said, "and will require sustained efforts to ensure long-term gains. Everyone has a role to play in this fight." The Royal Virgin Islands Police Force remains committed, they say, to addressing criminal activities through focused policing and continued collaboration with the police. Anyone with information is once again asked to contact the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force Intelligent Unit at 368-9339 or 800-8477. And on the regional scene, the 56th edition of Antigua Sailing Week 2025 will start next week in spectacular fashion, with strong trade winds forecast to provide a packed sailing across 9 classes. Competitors range from family cruise and long-term cruisers to some of the most successful sailors on the planet, including America's Cup winner Dean Baker. Whatever their background, whether it is sailing, they will share the thrill of racing with carefully tailored courses for each class, says race manager Damie Torres. Teams from 17 nations, including Australia, France, Germany, Switzerland, the UK, and US, and from several Caribbean islands, are set for a thrilling racing and sensational parties in one of the sailing world's most beautiful settings. Now, their boats range from 24 feet RS Elite day boats to up to a pair of all carbon fiber Volvo Oceans 65S and a Volvo 70, and Adrian Lee's high octane HH66 catamaran Lee Overlay partners the third. The unbeatable combination of intense competition, incredible scenery, and the sense of community among sailors is of particular appeal to Lee, who has raced at Antigua for 14 years. "The challenge of racing in such a dynamic environment pushes me," he says, "to improve every year, especially this year as I have a new boat." Other notable contenders include classics such as Leonard Davidson's 79-foot Sparkman and Stevens design Maxi Kilowa III, the largest yacht entered this year. The action starts on Saturday, April 26th with the Peters and May Round Antigua race. From Sunday, April 27th, Antigua Sailing Week has 5 days of racing plus a lay day on Wednesday, April 30th. That is it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for your daily news updates at 284 Media and, of course, on our WhatsApp channel for daily updates. We're also available on Facebook at 284 Media and 284 BVI on Instagram and X, formerly Twitter. I'm Ron Grant. Have a safe and enjoyable evening and a much more enjoyable weekend. Happy Friday. Goodbye.